Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will talk everything about Postmark. You will know what Postmark is, how we can use it, how we can separate the sending servers, and how we can set up the WordPress transactional SMTP. This video will be comprehensive, so you can use the timecodes to skip to different parts that you needed, and make sure to check the documentation PDF that you can download so you can come back and see how you can set it up, everything like in this video. So first we will talk what Postmark is, then we will set up our sending domains and set up the WordPress SMTP. So stay tuned till the end of the video to learn everything about Postmark. So what is Postmark? Postmark is SMTP service that you can use for your transactional emails, which are like the password resets, welcome emails, account emails from WooCommerce, and those kind of type of emails. And also you can use Postmark for marketing emails, but it is a little bit tougher to set it up, but you can definitely use it with different mailing providers like ListMonk or even ActiveCampaign. But this video will focus only for transactional emails only. When you navigate to the Postmark website, you can learn more about the Postmark. And recently, Postmark was acquired by ActiveCampaign. And from what I heard and read, the quality of the Postmark is still top notch. And I'm using Postmark many years, and I didn't get any issues, any spam complaints or anything. As you can see, you can use Postmark with API. You can implement Postmark SMTP to many projects. You can use it with curl, Rails, Ruby, C#, PHP, Node.js, and many more applications. The documentation for Postmark is probably the best out there, and even you can use it with Zapier, Make.com, formerly known as an Integromat, or even with WordPress, which we will talk in this video. About pricing, you can use Postmark for free if you are sending only 100 emails every month. If you want to set up more emails or even deploy the Postmark SMTP for your customer websites, you will need to get the basic package which start at 10,000 emails, which is costing $15 a month for 10,000 emails. And you get all the features that you want to have with your SMTP provider. So how to get started with Postmark? You just start your free trial. You create your account and you will be presented by this screen where you will have servers, sender signatures, and also you can later add different users to your account. So first, we will need to create our domain or set up our mailing domain. So we go to the sender signatures and we send from any email address on the domain, and you click add a domain. Now, I recommend using separate mailing subdomain for transaction emails and separate marketing domain for marketing emails. So in this case, we will set up our domain as a mail.webnestify.dev.com. And the reason why you want to separate your main business email address from transactional is that sometimes the transactional emails can land in spam, or users can report the email in a spam. And in this case, it will affect both your main business address and also the transactional email address. When you separate the mailing subdomain, everything is separated and only this subdomain will be affected, not your main business email address. So always set up your transactional email from a specific subdomain. Once you edit the domain, you can verify, and we will need to add those DNS records to our registrar. I'm using Cloudflare, so I'm gonna split the screen, and you want to copy the hostname and the values for DKIM, and also you will need to set up the return part, which also contains the SPF records. So first, let me copy the first hostname for DKIM. Gonna click add record. It is a text one, so we're gonna select text. We paste the name, and now we copy this value and we click save. And now the return part, the same process. We copy the hostname, add a new record, which will be CNAME. We paste the name and we copy the target. And make sure to uncheck Cloudflare proxy and click save. And now we can verify. And everything is ready. And the last DNS record, what I recommend to add is DMARC. And with Postmark, you will get free DMARC monitoring, which DMARC is a standard that prevents spammers from using your domain to send emails without your permission. It is like a spoofing. And with the free Postmark DMARC monitoring, you will get weekly digest to see who sends emails, basically. So we will see that everything will be authenticated. Or, as you can see here in this example, that the SPF and DMARC was not compliant. So to get started for free, you just need to type your email address when you want to receive your weekly digest. I'm gonna type contact@webnestify.cloud and send reports about this domain. You enter your domain we added previously in the Postmark. So it will be mail.webnestify.dev.com. You click get started for free, and we will need to add the following text record to our domain. So we copy the _dmarc.mail. We navigate back to the Cloudflare. Let me untile those. We're gonna add a text record with the name _dmarc.mail, and we copy this value. And you can even add a comment, so it will be postmark DMARC. The DNS comments in Cloudflare are really handy if you have many DNS records, so we can just see what it is. And we can verify. And we are all set. So you will receive weekly digest every Monday from Postmark. We can close this window. And now when we have our mailing domain for transactional emails, we also need to add our sender signatures. So we will add our signature from email. You don't want to use like a generic names like no reply, info, or those kind of things. Sometimes those kind of emails can land in the spam box. So I recommend using something better like hello. In my case, I'm using hello at something on everything. From name, you can name your company name or the website name or your real name, doesn't matter. And reply to, is really handy in case when customer reply to the transactional email. So when he replies, the email will be forwarded to your main inbox. So it will be contact@webnestify.cloud, and we will create our signature. Once we have those, we can now create our server. And basically servers let you isolate emails by client or environment such staging or production. So you are not limited on how many servers you can have. And I recommend setting up server for each individual WordPress website. For example, if you have some e-commerce website, you create one server for the e-commerce. If you have some brochure site, you create for the brochure site separate server. That means everything will be separated, and if one server will be flagged as spam, other one will be not because it is isolated. So we will create our first server, and we can name it Postmark Guide, which is my WordPress website for this demonstration. And here you can choose if you want to do sandbox, to send a message to a black hole for testing, or live. Usually you want to set up live, and you can choose different label colors. And you click create servers. And now when you have your server, you can have message streams. And a message stream is how you can separate types of mail to ensure highest deliverability for each. So basically, transactional stream are for sending time-sensitive messages triggered for one recipient at a time. That means password resets, welcome emails, order confirmation, etc. Those will be the transactional emails. Broadcasts are for messages sent to many recipients at once, like marketing campaigns or newsletters. And for the inbound stream is a way for your application to receive email, but you don't need to use any inbound stream. And I highly recommend not sticking with the default transactional stream, but to create each separate message stream for the WordPress. So for example, for this server you will have 3 applications, you will need to create 3 message streams. So in this case we got our WordPress, and we select the transactional, which is by default, and you will create the message stream. And if you want to add a different message stream, for example, if you have like plausible analytics, you can set up message stream only for plausible, and you will create message stream. So on and so forth, but there is, I think, limit only 10 message stream per server, so you need to think about that. But for the WordPress, you will see when you set up a new account that your account is in test mode, that you can only send and process 100 emails. And also in the meantime, you can only send emails to mail.webnestifydev.com and other domains that you have verified. That means you will need to add domains that you want to send to. You need to verify those domains. And this is because your account is not verified, it is not approved. So in order to send to any email address or email domain, you will need to request approval from Postmark. You click this button and you will see the form that you will need to do. Send or receive email. Okay. So send or receive an email. So you can click it and we will send probably our first email when we requested our approval. All right, so let's get back to the form. First question is, how many emails do you plan to send or receive each month? Probably when you starting, you can select the lowest one. And the next question is, why are you considering to Postmark? Problems with your current email provider? Or Postmark is your first email provider? You just let them know why you want to use Postmark. So you can write something. I had bad experience with Amazon SCS and delivery rate was really poor. Second question is, what type of messages do you intend to send with Postmark? This is the important question because, for example, Postmark is mainly made for transactional emails. So you want to use Postmark for transactional emails only. But you have the option to choose it for marketing emails if you want. So in this case, we will stick with the transactional emails. So I want to use Postmark only for transactional emails, like password resets, welcome emails, etc. from my WordPress projects. And how are new subscribers recipient acquired for those messages? So basically, you want to type or say that you have a form and the customer will send the form through your website. Visitors for the website can fill in the form to get a ticket reply /info and they can create account. Something like that. And you click request approval. And the greatest benefit of Postmark is that they really care who is using their platform and they really take care of the IP quality. That means a person will actually review your account, and if they approve it, you can send 100 emails for free to any domain or any sender. But usually this account approval process take around 10 hours, sometimes less, but as you can see, you can expect to hear from them within 24 hours. If there will be some issue, they will ask you and you will need to reply back. Alright, so once we have our account in approval, we can set up our WordPress. So we go to our main server, which is Postmark Guide, and to the WordPress. And you want to click to the settings. And here you will find the stream settings that are required to set up SMTP server for any application. As you can see, you got smtp.postmark.com. Here you have various ports which you can set up, and also your username, passwords, and also a header. If you want to create specific SMTP token, you can generate SMTP token for specific application. In my previous videos, you can see how I set up the Postmark for plausible and various Docker containers. So let us move to the WordPress. And you want to add a WordPress plugin, which is called Postmark. And it is named Active Campaign for Postmark. You install it. Click Activate. And in the settings, you will find Active Campaign Postmark. So let me tile those tabs. And we will set up the SMTP credentials for WordPress. Let me zoom in a little bit. And first thing what you want to do is to check this checkbox enabled. You want to copy the server API token, you paste it here. Message stream, you copy the WordPress. And sender email is the sender email we set it up in the sender's information, which is hello@mail.webnestify.dev.com. And also you can check the sender's email, force HTML, track opens, track links, and even enable logging. It is up to you. And you can click Save Changes. So now our WordPress SMTP is ready to send emails. We can also send testing email, but with the account in the test mode, you will only able to send to your domain you set it up. So it will be only to the mail.webnestify.dev.com. You cannot send emails anywhere else. Only when your account will be approved. So you will need to wait a little bit. So now I'm going to show you my production Postmark environment, where you can see some cool statistics and the things that you will get only with Postmark. Let me close this. Alright, my windows are back, and as you can see, this is my main Postmark account where I have different servers for Bookstack, my Webnestify platform, for Plausible, my Rocket Chat service, and for Webnestify.cloud website. So when you open your server, when you will send more messages, you will see the statistics, how many messages you sent, how many of those was bounced, and how many of them was marked as spam. So, for example, I have different message streams for my CRM, my Nextcloud, my Webnestify portal, my panel, and also for my WordPress website. So when I open it, you will see you can filter various statistics for this month, last 7 days, this week. As you can see, you will get a pretty comprehensive statistics how your emails was delivered. So for the last 30 days I sent 50 emails, only 10% was bounced, and also 74% of emails were opened. And here you can see that 5 emails was failed to deliver, probably because of wrong written email address or something like that. I cannot go into activity and the details because of the GDPR, and I don't want to show you all the recipients and all the messages. So, but when you navigate to the activity, you will get deep understanding who you sent email to, what was the issue, and those kind of things. And the main important thing is that spam compliant is 0. And if some email was bounced or was not delivered, those email will be always in the suppression tab. For example, this email address does not exist. That means it will be here, and the Postmark will never send email to this address. But yeah, once you send more emails, you will also see every statistics. You will see email clients. Let me go to the website again. You will see what platforms they are using and what email clients they are using, and also we can enable the link tracking. But for GDPR reasons, I cannot. Alright, so I think that's it for the Postmark. So you basically set up your account, you add your domain, and then it is the platform you can spend time on. It is pretty easy, straightforward to set up. You can separate every message stream, every server, which is really good. No other platform can do that, and this is why Postmark is probably the best SMTP provider out there. Later in my videos, you will see also how you can use Postmark for custom projects outside of WordPress, how you can set up Docker containers to send emails through Postmark, and those kind of things. So I really hope you like this video. Make sure to download those PDF guides pointing step by step how you can set up your domain, DMARC, and also how you can set up the WordPress. So as always, if you run into any issues, feel free to let me know down in comments below. I will be always happy to answer all of your questions. And if you have any ideas what you want to see in the future videos, also write those ideas down in comment below, and share and subscribe to my channel. So thank you very much for watching. I really like making those videos for you, so we can learn things that are really hard to get on, or you probably did not even hear. And yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye bye.